Welcome back to another installment of Back Porch Cocktails. In this installment, we're going to do a mint julep. A mint julep is one of my favorite drinks. It's one of the drinks that really got me started into making cocktails at home. Now, the original mint julep, some say, was started with cognac. But in a book in 1803, I can't remember what the book's name was, it was the first published piece of literature that actually had a mint julep in it, and it was made with whiskey, or bourbon actually. And that's kind of where it got started. And then these silver mint julep cups, I don't think there's any other way you should be drinking a mint julep except for in these cups like this. You're going to notice the frosting that comes on the outside of this cup when we make it. It really makes it cool. Nice summertime drink. I think even a winter drink, to be honest. There's so much bourbon in it that it gives you that little bit of a burn and that warming sensation as well. But it's so cold, it's good for the summertime as well. Now, to make a mint julep right, you need crushed ice. And being that this is a back porch cocktail, I'm trying to make it easy for everyone. I actually have a ice crusher or shaver machine that I'll put the cubes in. It'll crush it down. But I went ahead and crushed these by hand with a meat tenderizer mallet wrapped in a towel. Another kind of pro tip is you can go to Sonic and buy their crushed ice for a few dollars if you're having a big party and you want a bunch of crushed ice to start with. But if you're going to have a party, or if you're going to be feeding a couple of guests or giving drinks to a couple of guests, make sure you have a bunch of crushed ice on hand and ready to go. If you're in a pinch and you're by yourself and all you have is your mixing spoon and ice, you can definitely just hit that ice and crush it up just like that. Makes it just as easy. Now, it takes a little bit more time to do it that way. That's why I wound up putting it in a towel and hitting it with a mallet or a meat tenderizer. So I'm going to use the Sugar Fields bourbon again. I made the, what did I make last time with this? Can you remember now? Oh, that's why I can't remember. The Louisiana Pipe Bomb. You can go back and check out that video. But this is a local bourbon. I like to use a little bit higher end bourbon than normal when you're making this, because you're looking at about 80% bourbon in a mint julep. So you want to have a good quality bourbon, or at least a middle of the road bourbon. My go-to has always been Maker's Mark. It is a 90 proof. This one wound up being a 97 proof. So also with the mint julep, the higher the proof, the slower the ice will melt. And if you prefer that, then definitely go with the higher proof bourbon. So a mint julep is just really a easy, again, 3-part cocktail, real classic. We're going to start off with about 8, call it a pinch, about 8 large leaves. I actually purchased these from the store. We're going to put some of my homemade garden ones in to dress it up at the end, but bought these from the store. And here is the most important part, I think, of a mint julep. So we're going to use a ½ ounce of simple syrup. Most important part right here. Put that in there. And even though this is just a 3-part, 3-piece drink, you can really screw it up by this very first part. You want to muddle it. Give it a light press and a turn. You do not want to pulverize, and that's it. You do not want to pulverize these mint leaves, because if you pulverize them, then you're going to start making your mint julep taste like toothpaste. You don't want your mint julep to taste like toothpaste. I would assume you would not want your mint julep to taste like toothpaste. So then we got a ½ ounce of simple syrup. I'm going to do 2 ounces of bourbon. 1 and 2. That smells good already. Let's move that out the way. Let's move this out the way. And we're going to give it a quick stir. Let's mix it up real good. Let's get some ice on it, the crushed ice. I like to fill it up about halfway with the crushed ice and then mix it in. Some people use water, you know, a dash of water, ounce of water, something like that. I don't like to use water in mine because I like the ice just to melt down. And if you give it a quick stir right here with the ice in it, you can really blend that mint extract that you got out of there, the bourbon and the simple syrup together, while also getting some of that ice to melt in. That's going to create your water that you need. Fill it up the rest of the way with the ice. Get it mixed up real good. I'll tell you, man, this is a beautiful thing when that ice starts to melt down and you see the bourbon up on top. Oh, it smells fantastic. And I'm going to take the best looking sprigs I can find from my garden, put that thing in there. I like to keep it in for a little while just for the scent as you drink, but there you go. And as you can see, you're starting to get that frosting on the glass there. Makes it look really cool, I guess. And let's tilt the camera down. Let you see a full shot of it. And there you go. A mint julep. Now let's taste it. See if it's any good. I definitely would not lie to you people. But ooh, is that fantastic. See you next week. Cheers.